Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. In this video, we're going to ask a couple questions. We're going to take a look at Alliance War Burnout. Is it a real thing, and are you experiencing it right now? And second, mods. There is a rumor that mods could be coming to the game, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at mods and what that could mean for the game. But first, before we jump into that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So, Alliance War Burnout. Let's talk about this a little bit. So, this thing, Alliance War runs 3 days a week. For my team, for my alliance, we have chosen Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays to run Alliance War. And I will tell you, I'm really interested to hear from you what you think. But this is not our favorite game mode. I know that in a previous interview, the developers were hoping that this was going to be something that keeps players playing forever. However, it is really just not that enjoyable of a game mode. It's just like everything else in this game. It's just another PvP. It's just they're bot, well, not necessarily bot teams, but you're not playing against a live player or anything like that. And so I don't know. I mean, as far as the question of is Alliance War Burnout a real thing, I would say yes. I mean, like I said, we participate in Alliance Wars. We're actually doing fairly well. We win more than we lose, but it's because, you know, we want to get in there and we want to get those rewards, and it's just not. It's I don't know. It seems more work to me than anything else. I'm very curious, again, on what you think of Alliance War and how it can be improved. There's a few things that really, that I think need to be taken a look at. Number one, the frequency of war. I think Alliance War needs to be taken down to 2 times a week instead of 3 times a week. Also, I think there needs to be a few more options as far as Alliance War times, just because a lot of alliances have members in a number of different time zones. So having a few more options, I think, as far as start times for Alliance Wars, I think would be good. Also, the mechanic of boosting. You know, taking a look at this, I think the boosting really needs to be taken a look at. I really don't know what the answer to it is, but sitting there and babysitting it, I don't know. Maybe when you boost, it boosts till that room is destroyed instead of until the boost is gone. So I don't know. It's just it's not a fun mechanic in the game at all, and I've heard that from quite a few different people. So just kind of curious on your thoughts on this. So those are a few ideas that I have as far as improving Alliance War. We need to take it down to at least 2 times a week. I think once a week is probably not enough. I think 2 times a week would be perfect. But we need a few more different time slots and options for days as well. I think we need to fix the boosting, and I don't know, what else can we do? What else can we do with this mode that would make it more fun? I know there's some really hardcore people out there, some hardcore alliances out there that really like war. But for the more casual or the more semi-casual, you know, I tend to fall more into that, you know, in between casual and hardcore player as far as this game goes. So I'm just kind of curious your thoughts. What do you think could improve Alliance War? All right, on to the next topic. So mods have it's been rumored that mods are coming into the game. If you haven't seen it, Tana went ahead and put a Reddit post together. He also put a video together. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check out Tana's site as well. But let's go ahead and jump into Reddit and see what that post was all about. All right, and here we go. So this is the post that Tana had put together for mods, and it's something that he had found in the data files for the game, the data mines, and he put a video together. I would highly suggest you go ahead and take a look at that as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff he was looking at. But mods, so there's been some questions as far as what mods are. Mods are a way for you to further define your character, and I think almost every type of game, every every hero collector, gotcha type games, they always continue to look at ways to allow you to further define your characters and specialize them in different ways. So mods, will mods ruin the game? I don't necessarily think so, as long as it's done the right way. I do agree with what Tana says right here. Please do not include speed, because when you're talking about these turn-based type games, speed is everything, right? So whoever has the fastest speed goes first, and that's it. Even if you have two characters, so similar, I'm going to show you Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and kind of go through some mods that they do over there. But even if you have two characters that are exactly the same, if one person has been able to upgrade speed and the other person hasn't, that person's character is going to be able to go first, obviously, because again, speed determines the order in which your characters attack, right? I don't agree with adding speed as part of the mod. Now, the cool thing is, though, if we switch over to here and look at these types of things, you have this ISO crafting and stuff. But if we scroll down here a little bit more, Tana goes into a little bit more in depth here. But if we just scroll down, we take a look at the different types of possible mods that there are. And again, I want to say possible because obviously this is data mine information. Data mine information should always be taken with a grain of salt. Nothing is absolute until it enters the game. However, we take a look at this, and you have damage, health, armor, resist. So all these different types of specs. I don't see any speed in here. So, I mean, that is a plus. So as long as that stays true, I think that's good. But it's also going to depend on how they implement this into the game as well. One thing that I think that this could do, so a few of my videos, I've talked about cookie cutter teams. I've talked about the forced meta, things like that. So I think with mods coming into the game, I think there could be a positive there as well. It would allow you to kind of more focus a specific team to a specific area of the game rather than what that team was intended for, or maybe even put more of a hodgepodge team together, a team that you like. Let's just take kind of like my original raid team from back in the day was Captain America, Quake, Black Widow, Yondu, and Night Nurse. Let's just say you take that team because you really like how that team plays. You can mod that team specific to raids or other parts of the games, right? So pretty interesting there. Just kind of curious how this could play out. Let's go ahead and go back. There's also he also talks about this crafting screen that popped up a number of times for a bug for various people. So we'll just take a look at that right here. Got these blank spots right here for possible crafting. As there's this game mode ISO 8. You got tiers, shapes, sets, and traits. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pop into Galaxy of Heroes really quick, show you how they use mods and what it could look like or has a potential to look like. All right, and here we go. So here is Galaxy of Heroes, and something that I was thinking of as I was switching over to this game as well. There's other games that use this type of mechanic as well. If you look at Marvel's Contest of Champions, they have ISOs in there as well to help you further define or level up your character as well. So I haven't played this game here in a long time, but at least I can go in here and show you what this looks like. So if we take a look at these different mods here, these are all mods. You have slots, so I have 2 unsocketed. I have 4 mods in the different slots, and each mod does something different, as we saw in that data file that Tana was showing us. So with this specifically, so with shapes, it was talking about shapes and things like that. Well, here's some different shapes that you can take a look at as well. So it seems pretty similar. If I click on this one right here, so here's the mod. The primary stat is accuracy. It does have secondary stats of speed and tenacity. And I know that I've heard some people talk. I've seen some people's videos about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and the speed and stuff like that. I know that mods originally, when it first came out, there was this huge kind of controversy, uproar, whatever you want to call it. There was a concern about mods entering the game, and I think over time that's pretty much mellowed out. However, Galaxy of Heroes does have speed, but when we looked at that data mine from that Tana pulled out, we did not see speed in there. So I think that would be a win if mods come to the game. I'm okay with mods coming to the game because I like having the ability to further define a character or a team. In this game, this game is very much focused. The Marvel Strike Force game is very much focused on team dynamics and synergies. Now, if we can further define those teams in the directions that we want to go, so let's say the Wakandan team. I don't know. I'm just pulling something kind of out of thin air, right? What if you really like the Wakandan team and you want them to do really well in arena? Maybe we can mod them a specific way in order for them to be more effective in arena to battle the X-Men, the Phoenix X-Men team. I don't know. These are just thoughts. Mods could or could not enter the game. Who knows? Again, this is all data mine information, but it's very interesting information just to kind of take a look and theorize what could or could not happen in the game. But right here, so let's go ahead. I'll show you another one down here. So like this one right here, primary stats protection. There are no secondary stats on this one. And you can see those two dots over there on the left on this specific mod there. You can actually upgrade these mods as well to make them a little bit more powerful, a little more effective. So very curious kind of what the thoughts are as far as mods entering the game. I would not be surprised, and the fact that they were found in the data mine, honestly, I think they're probably going to enter the game. So it's all about how they enter the game, and as long as they keep that speed mechanic out of it, because I think inherently the speed with the different characters, I think those should stay the same. That's my 2 cents. Very curious on your thoughts on mods entering Marvel Strike Force. Let me go back to that game right here real quick. All right, and there you go, everyone. Just I wanted to put something together to kind of drum up some conversation and take a look at some areas of the game that I think deserve to be talked about a little bit. The burnout of Alliance Wars, I think, is very real. I know that there's some alliances out there that are very much into it. But I think overall, just my 2 cents, I think overall, if you take a look at the total percentage of the population of the players of this game, it's probably not the most favorite. But hey, I could be wrong. Very interested to hear from you on what you think of Alliance Wars and what you think Fox Next can do to improve it for you. Also, as far as mods going into the game, I'm very curious on your thoughts on mods and how you think they may impact the game. So definitely let me know. All right, everybody, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.